So I just need to come out and get this whole United Healthcare CEO assassination thing out of the way. Just get it out of the way because it's already got all the red flags popping up immediately. Like, what are the odds, right? As soon as it happened, I was online and I said, my crystal ball prediction will be they will never find this guy. But there will be lots of hot leads, like a true crime manhunt version of Joseph Couch, who was found dead, well decomposed, right? Or Brian Laundrie, but no habeas corpus, right? No body. They're never going to find him. You remember Brian Laundrie when Dog the Bounty Hunter was searching for him, and everybody was searching up and down the Appalachian Trail and searching everywhere, and he was dead the whole time. And I even said he was dead. I have videos of that saying he's dead, and all these people are doing this theater, running around, right? It's an intentionally drawn out piece of theater. Unless this person is a predetermined patsy. And in that case, it will be some sort of trans cause that they're setting up, right? Or it will be some quote unquote conspiracy theory that they want to villainize. Like an example would be the shooter thought the CEO was responsible for ongoing voice to skull. Or the shooter thought the CEO was responsible for weather manipulation or pharmaceutical manipulation, whatever. But I don't think they're going to find him. And as soon as I heard that there was a bike involved, I told my friend, yeah, he rode that bike to Central Park and then vanished, right? Because he would hop in a car from there and take off. A lot easier to get away quick on a bike, ride to somewhere like Central Park and hop in a car. Simple. That's professional, right? And that's exactly what he did. They found the bike abandoned, so he went to Central Park on the bike and vanished. Now, as soon as I got online today, there was already propaganda up there trying to get people to second guess what they are hearing and seeing themselves, right? This was the first thing I saw. It might seem obvious what happened to the United Healthcare CEO. Don't be so sure, right? So, but they're going to steer you in some useless direction instead of actually telling you what's going on. So within a day, they've got John Walsh propped up on the television, shilling the mental health industry out of nowhere, and also arguing that it wasn't a professional hitman. And that's the big argument right now. They create this big confusion thing when the people in the know exactly what this was. Exactly. So let's check out John Walsh come out of the blue and just shield the mental health industry.
Holds the firearm and then the escape plan.
He changes the
Jesse,
subject.
Before we dig into this for 1 second, I just want to talk to you about Daniel Penny trial. It's the biggest travesty in the history of
It has nothing to do with what they're talking about.
country. That guy's a hero. Jordan Neely, he's a mentally ill guy, been arrested 27 times. The whole society let him down. We're the richest, most powerful country on the planet. We couldn't get this guy help.
He's shilling for mental health red flag type laws. This is where this leads. This is what these people are doing. And this is why he's being used as a sock puppet for that, whether he realizes it or not. That's what's coming if people keep talking like this. So anyway, he goes on to talk about how the weapon and the shooter was not a professional. Let's check that out.
So I never came across a really good pro, because if they're really good, you don't know they're a pro. This guy made a lot of mistakes. I made some notes here for myself. You know, he was wearing sunglasses. A real pro wouldn't have had, I mean, he wasn't wearing sunglasses. A real pro would have been wearing sunglasses so that they couldn't get him with facial recognition.
Not if they wanted you to see that face. That's why they're doing that intentionally. Does John Walsh not know that organizations like, the CIA and intelligence organizations, private intelligence organizations, have masks that can fool somebody face to face?
Out at Langley, and we invented a whole new genre of masks that are so realistic. They're good enough that you can brief the President of the United States in the Oval Office wearing a mask, and he isn't sure if it's you.
This probably isn't really even the guy's face that is showing up on camera. You know, it's just bizarre. And he goes on to say something really funny about the gun. Let's check that out.
He had a half-ass gun. He probably learned how to build it on, on YouTube or something like that.
It's not a half-ass gun. Let's talk about this for a minute. That is feigning two-dimensional chess. That's what John Walsh is doing, whether he's being directed to do it or not. Because Mossad and other agencies use 22 pistols with suppressors all the time. All kinds of agencies use 22s with suppressors. Some use particular rounds that shred when entering the body or the brain to make sure that the person is dead. John is clearly bought and paid for, and this is why John goes out of his way to bring up an unrelated case and inject the whole mental health narrative and the, shill for the mental health industry. So they found messages on the bullets, on the casings that came out, the shells, right? And that's another distraction. This is totally something you do to make this look like some manifesto guy did it in the streets, right? In the same way that weapons were dressed up with writing and symbols, remember in New Zealand and all that, so that everyone could see the ideology doing it. I'll leave it there, but there's been a couple of them where the weapons were live streamed and had all the ideologies written out on the gun so you could see it. Joseph Couch does a shooting and then leaves the AR behind, right? Just absolute craziness. He purchased 1,000 rounds and only shot 100 and then runs off and drops the rifle. It's very weird, right? So the propaganda, the articles, and the videos out there are designed to get people on the fence to begin second-guessing themselves now. And then argue this, was it a professional or was it not? And no one's ever going to find this guy, right? Unless he is a patsy, but I doubt it. And the bullet casings had messages of deny, depose, defend. I mean, it's so fetty, man. Fetty. So these were the original images of the guy that came out, right? Now check out the clothing. Dark clothing. He's got a gray backpack. He's got a black mask. If you look, it looks like he's had a broken nose at one point. If you look at the angle, he has either had a broken nose or this isn't his face, right? And it's a little bit off. The nose is going over to one side. Today, they came out with maskless photos of the guy, right? From somewhere else. They had tracked him down to a hostel. And I had told somebody, well, they tracked him down to a hostel because this guy wanted them to track him down to a hostel so that he would appear like a homeless guy. This guy is probably either in California, Europe already, or in Tel Aviv having a drink with an umbrella in it, right? So these were the photos. Now these photos were released as this dude. They're saying this is him. Now he's staying in a hostel. It's not like you have a walk-in closet to change your clothes. The clothes are different. The jacket's different. The backpack is not gray. It's black. The hoodie is gray. It's like they flip-flop the colors. They're saying this is the guy, right? Let's look at it. Gray backpack, black clothes, or dark clothes. So we go down, black backpack, and gray clothes. This is not the guy. They're just creating another smoke screen, and this doesn't look anything like, right there, looks nothing like that guy. That guy has a lot pinker, lighter skin compared to this guy right here. So, the whole thing is just theater, man, that they are pumping you. It's theater. When they start really muddying the waters like this, that these are the red flags that you need to look for right away. Somebody's running cover. And when they have the media running cover for them and muddying the waters, then something is
Eric
up.
Wrong live in the newsroom to bring us up to speed on this, Eric.
And they are saying that that is him, right?
This morning, NYPD releasing surveillance photos of the suspected gunman at a New York hostel without a mask. The clothing seems to match what is seen around 70.
It does not match. The clothing seems to match. I just showed you. It's the exact opposite of what he was wearing. And he's in a hostel. It's not like he's switching backpacks, switching outfits, switching jackets at a hostel. Come on, man.
Yesterday morning on surveillance video outside a Midtown
That's a different
Manhattan
outfit. Let's go back to that, man.
Surveillance video outside
Black outfit, white shoes, black outfit, white shoes, gray backpack, light gray, right?
at a Midtown Manhattan hotel. That's where police say the suspect
I won't show you that. It's not the same dude. And they're telling you that it appears to be the same stuff.
photos of the suspected gunman at a New York hostel without a mask. The clothing seems to match what is seen around
It doesn't match. It's craziness. So anyway, they are not going to find this guy. This guy is long gone. And anything that you saw from this guy was intended for you to see. You have to understand that. They're like, he made mistakes. Those weren't mistakes. Some things are put out there for you to see. And that is it for now. Look out for Charlie.